the chat box. We are doing that in just 1 minute. Everybody, let's get working. Okay, so I'll be monitoring those who are typing their names, what you do. Okay, thank you very much for waiting. Thank you for your patience. Okay, so first off, I'd like to introduce our speaker for today. Our speaker for today is Kwame Opoku. He's an award-winning FedEx speaker. He's a 2-time FedEx speaker. He's an award-winning futurist, a global business keynote speaker. He's a brand architect, serial entrepreneur, and a social media and digital marketer. He was awarded in 2017 as Africa Youth Awards, and he was named among the top 100 global leaders of tomorrow by the St. Gallen Symposium. On December 1st, 2018, he was announced ECOWAS Youth Ambassador. He is currently the Chief Executive Officer of the Reset Global People, a leading communications, marketing, event, and SDGs aligned agency with a bank of super creative and talented minds connecting, informing, and creating inspiring work focused on youth engagement and policy that helps young people succeed. He is the founding president. He is the founding president of the Institute of Learning Platform and Educational Institute focused on raising the next crop of exponential thinkers and innovators. He is also the founder of the Ghana AI and Blockchain Forum and the co-founder of the Digital CEO Summit, which runs in 8 African countries. Kwame is a dynamic millennial who brings international experience to driving transformation and youth empowerment in Accra. He is currently the Vice Chair, West Africa for the Young CEOs Business Forum, one of the world's leading organizations, where he heads operations in 16 countries. If you are excited as I am, with a virtual clap, let's welcome Mr. Kwame A. Opoku. Mr. Kwame, you have the floor now. We are all ready to listen. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. I hope and pray that everybody can hear me. If you can kindly indicate it in the chat so I know that you can. Super honored to be here. First of all, I'd like to say a very big thank you to Chichi and the team. Chichi is like she's not like a sister to me. Chichi is a sister to me. One of my biggest support systems and one of the most um, probably the most formidable character that I know in my life. She is very, very strong. She's very present, and I'm glad that in this times in our life where there are a lot of, fluffy and fluky people in our lives, that I'm able to, get somebody who is this strong and extremely potent in the way that they do things. So, first of all, thank you very much, Chichi. Congratulations on all the work that you're doing. I can confidently tell you that you're way ahead of the curve in terms of championing this equal conversations across the continent, and not just the conversations, but the actions that follow. I would also like to say a very big thank you to everybody who's here, everybody that's watching us on YouTube. Thank you for making the time. I'm honored to be here. We're going to have a crash course in the next hour. So I hope that you have your notepads ready and you're ready to go. So I'm going to share my screen. A lot of the work we're going to do is very, very practical. So we're going to be doing this together. So I want you to fully align yourself for that. This is not a presentation. This is peer-to-peer learning. All right, guys. So I'm going to ask you to unmute your mic at certain times. I'm going to ask you to do and take certain actions as part of what we're doing now. So please be ready for that. Admin, I'm going to share my screen now with your permission. Let me do that now. Can you indicate if you can see the screen? Do let me know. Either unmute your mic and let me know, or put it in the chat. Are you able to see the screen and are you able to hear me? Okay, or you can just indicate in your video so I can see that you're able to see me. And then, okay. Yeah, okay, fantastic. Then let's get to work, guys. So my work here today is to guide you as you build an eco-friendly business, or as you build a business, period, to be able to understand the best ways to position yourself online. I think that it is already extremely clear that online is the new normal. I think that it's become a bit of a cliche statement, but online is what we have now. Our world was already poised for that tipping point, because right at the advent of technology, at the nascent advent of technology, when in the very, very early stages, when we're using, Windows 95, and you used to burn, using the Nero software or CD-ROM. There are people who actually used to store information and data on floppy disk and all of that. All of those things were pointing us towards this future where everything that we did was going to be completely virtual and absolutely based online. So I don't think that any of you here has a question about whether or not online is the way to go. I think that everybody has already settled with it. And now the more serious question is, how do I do it? And that's what I want us to have a conversation about. So the first thing I want you to notice, or the first thing I want you to know, is that I am only going to, so I'm going to give you 3 golden rules of all my presentations. Every time I stand in front of a crowd or sit in front of my computer to do a virtual speaking, I give these 3 golden rules. Number 1, I'm not going to teach you anything that I have not tried or practiced or gotten results for. So you can be rest assured that I'm not going to share something that you already know. And if you already know it, I am only sharing it because it has worked for me. Number 2, there's no right or wrong answer. We are all here to learn. Me being the person who is speaking and you being the person who's listening is not a product of the fact that I know better than you or I know more. It is only a product of the fact that in a society of order, one needs to speak whilst one listens, and then when the other keeps quiet, the other can speak. So I am not here to be the harbinger of all knowledge in the world. We're here to learn from each other. And then finally, I want you to understand that you need to keep an open mind. The world is evolving so fast that what you knew to be true yesterday could be totally wrong this morning just because of the changing factors that are happening across industries and across the globe. So please keep an open mind. Whatever you know could be challenged. There might be new knowledge that you didn't have. And so definitely create an open mind. Now, Kwame, why have you been brought to teach us or to share with us how to build and position yourself online? And you're here, or your business online, and you're here starting with personal brand. So the first thing I want you to write down in your notes, if you're making notes, is this. For the first time in the history of the world, it has become